Roger Suggs, aka Vigalantee, is putting a face of consciousness on hip-hop music. With 4 previous releases under his belt, his message is progressive and profound, elements that are painfully lacking in modern-day rap and hip-hop. The Kansas City, Kansas native has released a 5th CD, Love, Lust, Deceit, Defeat, which is also the soundtrack to the upcoming book of the same name. Call him an MC, activist, evangelist, or poet. But whatever you do, don't call him complacent. We talk with Vigalantee, a.k.a. Roger Suggs, coming up on The Artist Tree.
24/7, 365, only the strong survive. The sources is in your eyes.
Thank you for joining us on The Artist Tree. We're here with our special guest, Roger Suggs, aka Vigalantee. He is a rapper, a social activist, and advocate for education. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem, no problem.
So I'm going to just start out asking you a little bit about your life, who you are. You were born in Chicago?
Yes.
And then you moved to Georgia.
Yeah.
What brought you to Kansas City?
Basketball dreams and my brother, Emporia State. Yeah.
Is that where you went to college?
I went to college there for a little bit.
Were you going to be a teacher? Is that?
Well, no, I was basically following my brother and wanting to play basketball, and just going for it. I should have went to Fort Valley State, but I wanted to be close to my brother, so that's what I did, yeah.
Excellent. All right, is he in Kansas City?
He's in St. Louis now, doing real good for himself, so yeah.
Fantastic.
It worked.
So you said you came here for basketball dreams. When did you decide you were an artist?
Well, I always was an artist, even in Southside Chicago, imitating different groups, New Edition, I can say it. I wanted to be Ralph Tresvant and LL Cool J.
I heard that.
Yeah, so I did that. So it's always a part of my fabric, music and basketball. Yeah.
So do you consider yourself a rapper or writer or musician?
I'm all of the above. I think that I'm a rapper. I think I'm a decent rapper, a pretty good writer, and I love music and
I'd
stuff.
agree.
Yeah, so but I'm not scared to say rapper. So I'll say I am a rapper. A lot of people want to get behind, get away from that. I'm a rapper, MC.
Oh, so people prefer to say MC?
They say artist. Some people say artist. Because when you say rapper, because rap is still really young when it comes to other music.
Absolutely.
So people say rappers, he's a rapper. They kind of shrug their shoulders a little bit, like rapper as opposed to a singer.
Right. It's not considered
But the stats show that rap is winning.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is not going anywhere.
Oh, no.
So, as a hip-hop artist, you say that you have been influenced by such artists as Chuck D, KRS-One, Poor Righteous Teachers, all conscious rap artists of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Why were you drawn to that type of hip-hop or rap music?
Just the message to be bold and kind of following how the civil rights movement was. You had great speakers like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Stokely Carmichael, Geronimo Pratt, you name them, that was charismatic. And music, rap is the only music that you can kind of imitate that. A singer can sing a good message. The song takes a while to develop, but I can tell you this and that like I'm talking to you now. So it was power in Chuck D. Voice would fight the power. Poor Righteous Teachers, KRS-One, guys that was poets.
Boogie Down
production, poets and giving a message out that was strong and had a good following. So I liked that, even though I wanted to be New Edition. I still liked it, and I felt that I could do exactly what they do.
And that is something that has influenced your music because you do have a lot of singing vocals. In
Get my New Edition on.
So are you actually singing or?
Well, they say it's a little secret. But Shadow does the most of the singing. I might put a little hum in there.
Fantastic.
Clavage. We've got another little group called Clavage that's coming out to do that. Yeah. But it's strictly rap.
It's called Club Edge?
It's Clavage. It's like C-A-Vage. It's a guy named chameleon mixed in with Vigalantee, and it's a singing group, kind of like Soul Man. You ever seen that movie with We Like That? Exactly like that. Whatever you thought about them, that's what we are. We one of those groups, wearing turquoise suit and long collar.
And Soul Man is the movie with Samuel L. Jackson and
Bernie Mac, the late Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
We like that. We take songs and we wreck them.
Do you got Jerry curls? I just want to know.
Afro, long sideburns with a 70s background theme in the back.
Okay.
Right on, my sister.
Right on, my brother.
Yeah. So it's sort of like that.
Okay.
So it's like a parody, but we take it seriously.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, you're gonna love it. I'm gonna sing a song. We got a song out called "I'm Your Carpenter."
I'm your
carpenter. Think about that. That's a soul name. When you say I'm your carpenter, that's a 70s thing.
Right.
Let me build your house, lady. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the song we released called "I'm Your Carpenter." So it's doing well.
Tell me what that song is about.
It start off and don't need no hammer. Don't need no ruler. All you need is me, and I'll build your house for you.
I know that's right.
Back in the days when men used to go and work, cut the grass, do all the things for the ladies, because that's how they wooed them. So that's what kids don't do that now.
Right.
But that's what we're saying. We want to give you some of that old-fashioned love.
Right.
When you say I'm your carpenter, that means something. I'm gonna build you a house, girl.
And you say it's a lot of fun, but that is a serious thing.
It is.
You know, the direction that love is taken, and like you said, the process of wooing a woman.
Yeah, chivalry ain't dead. It's just landed with cleavage. That's all.
All right. You had to capture it, swoop it on up.
Swoop it on up in a cool way to make you laugh.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, so one thing that I've heard you say is that you want to use your music, your hip hop, to inspire and to uplift. What does inspiration look like when it's manifested in a physical world? What does inspiration look like?
I personally said that I was down and out, and I heard this song, and it really made me feel like I can go to the next level. It looks like success. It looks like me. It looks like people that listen to me. Meaning that, you look at music out there now, and people will paint their faces. Because the music inspired them to paint their face, put tattoos on them, tattoos of the artist, or something like that. That's inspiration, whether you like it or not, and inspiring them to do something.
Right.
So if my music, if you're down and out, like Beautiful Black Woman, if a woman is going through and she's single parent, she's going through, and she puts on Beautiful Black Woman here, Beautiful Black Woman, stand your ground, keep holding it down. Even when I'm not around, I see the tears and pain, the years and strain, but the shame is on us. We too immature to adjust. We abused your trust for lust and crushed the family. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feeling that.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, okay, he understands what I'm going
somebody
through. So
empathizes and understands.
Empathize and feel it and say, you know what, I like that, and you know what, I can get myself up. Tupac, keep your head up.
Right, encourages you to, like you said, keep your head up.
A boxer come out with music that makes him want to fight. He's not going to come out with a slow song, because he'll be all laid back, you know what I'm saying? So it's just to inspire you to feel that you can do anything you want to, you put your mind to. We kind of reflect that in music. That's how, to me, music at its highest form is that.
Right. Is
inspirational.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay, so you own Fatadat Records.
No Jangle Movement, and some other things.
What does Fatadat mean?
Fatadat was a term in the 90s. Back in the days, in the 90s, you'd be like, man, she's fat and all that.
Right.
Or it's fat and all that, yo. And then I said, you know what? Forget saying that, because I always like to be different. Instead of saying fat and all that, she's Fatadat.
All right now.
You know what I'm saying? So I put the words together, and that came Fatadat Records.
And it stuck with you.
Yeah.
So you use Fatadat Records to produce your own music.
And to produce my music, and a couple other artists that I help out. But I don't sign them to a label, because I don't believe that, when you're at a fledgling stage, that you should try to sign somebody until you get to where you need to go first. It'd be like the blind leading the blind, but you can help in the knowledge that you have. In the music
support
industry.
each other.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
Okay. Do you use your label at all to educate children on how to bring music from an idea to a finished product?
All day. A couple years ago, when I started working at the college, I used to meet students from Sligo, Washington. They all come and sit in the culture center, and we show them how to fill out copyright papers and everything else.
Nice.
Free. Because if you got talent, why would you hold people who got talent back if you got knowledge to help them? So we did that, and I still do it. That's why a lot of younger artists gravitate to me, because I don't say no to them. I show them how to do it. And a lot of artists don't do that. I guess they scared or something.
And so you've been doing this for a long
years,
time.
Years. They know me. Rappers grown up and say, hey, Vig has always helped out. And I'm going to continue. That's what I do.
Okay, so I want to ask you, well, a couple of questions about Emmett Till. Now, you have a passion for the story of Emmett Till, and he is the 14-year-old child who in 1955 was heinously butchered for allegedly or actually whistling.
Allegedly, or if he did, but we say allegedly whistling at a
white woman in Mississippi.
Inside the candy store, and she took it back to her husband, and when he found out about it, the rest is history, so to speak. And
the rest is history. What happened to him?
They basically, during those days, if you raised in the South, and I got a little South in me, and those days, when that was unheard of. But here's a Chicago kid who's totally different. It's totally different. And going down there, and I'm quite sure he was warned about it. But being kids, when you get together, bet you won't do this, you don't know if he did it. But if he did it, that's part of the mindset was innocent.
So why is that story important to teenagers now? I mean, I understand why you would empathize because you're from Chicago, you were raised in the South.
I think it should be important because it started, to me, it was one of the sparks that started the civil rights movement 8 months before Rosa Parks decided not to go to the back of the bus.
Right.
People got a chance to see that not only did they kill someone that was black, they killed a kid. It's a totally different ball game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't grown men hanging, and you see a lot of hanging and stuff. This was a kid that you did, and the reason I did the song was two-part. That part of the historical fact that I could relate to it. Second part, kids didn't know about it. By going to the different schools and mentioning Emmett Till, they go,
who is that?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we are going to get more into your social activism and working with kids in education. Okay? We'll be right back. This is The Artistry.
Travel advisories to small business loans, student loans, to taxes online. Whether you have information to get or ideas to give, USA.gov is the official place to connect with your government. From surplus car auctions to finding a new job, our new mobile apps will keep you updated on the go. So check out USA.gov, because the country runs better when we stay connected.
Thank you for joining us on The Artistry. My name is Lonita, and I am your host. We're here speaking with Roger Suggs, aka Vigalantee. He is a rapper, a social activist, and an advocate for education. So when before we went for our break, we were talking about the life and death of Emmett Till. Excuse me. And we were discussing why his story should be important to teenagers of this generation. Can you go ahead and...
just because realize that there was a beginning to where they can get comfort now, and a lot of things coming easier for them, but that was a price. And one of my sayings is, freedom is not free.
Absolutely.
And every time you act ignorant, you step on the sacrifice that people made. So those are the things. So
what you really want is for teenagers to appreciate.
Yeah, they understand where they come from. And I think, but that goes with the parents. The parents got to tell them that. The grandmother got to tell them that there was a time. And not, sometimes they think that it's too far back to really matter now, but it does matter now. And you can either change it and let everybody, to me, Emmett Till is not just a story for blacks, it's for everybody in America. The dark side of America, that happened. Now we can, with understanding and reflection, we can go into a new direction. But only with the reflection of understanding where you came from, and never forget where you come from. So